Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a fantastic mod called Tamrielic Textures. This is by the same mod author that created Tamrielic Grass, one I also reviewed recently. And this one is, although the name doesn't say it, this is a landscape texture mod. So it's going to change the appearance of things like dirt, rocks, mud, sand, landscape textures. I made a video of this mod about 2 years ago, but that was with an older version, so the mod has been updated since then. You can visit the mod author's page to see what the additions and changes have been to it. I'm not going to get into all that, but we're going to take a look at the landscape in various parts around Skyrim, similar to what I did with Tamrielic Grass, only this time we're not going to run through and look at vanilla Skyrim because I've already done that for you. So the mod is in right now and it is active. So we're going to take a look at a few places here in Riverwood. Then we're going to head down to Falkreath around Lake Illinalta. We're going to look at some areas there. We'll go out to the Reach, then over to Morthal in the swampy area there, up to the coast, over to then to Whiterun, then to the volcanic tundra area, which we didn't look at with the grass mod, but yeah, oh well. And then down to the Rift. So I've saved screenshots so we can do some side-by-side comparisons with vanilla Skyrim and what the mod offers. And our first stop is right here. So you can see there is a lot of detail in this, a lot of moss and some small plants mixed in here. This is this mod offers a lot of detail in the ground textures. Let's get a look at some dirt. So I'm going to try to get these lined up just right, so we can see before and after. Very nice. This is an excellent mod. I've been using it for a couple of years. And let's see, I think we had one somewhere right about here. Because it does change the ground textures on the roads as well, the areas between the stones. I'm not sure if it changes the actual stones, but the ground in between the stones is a little bit different. I turned off AI detection, so we're not going to be harassed by wolves. We got too much to do to be bothered with that. And we got some rocks to take a look at. I didn't do any... I didn't get screenshots of the mountains, but I did get screenshots of some of the stones, so we can see what the rocks look like. And the mountains are the same as these smaller rocks. It's the same thing. They're just bigger. And the first place I was looking at was just up here, past the entrance to Embershard Mine. I think it was something like this. You see there's a lot of detail in these rocks. Very nicely done. You take a look at those. And here's a little bit closer look. And of course near the Guardian Stones. So I'm going to do a little bit of editing during this so I can cut out the travel time, because we got a lot of ground to cover here. And speaking of ground and cover, that's what we're here for. I find the dirt and the sand to be really, really nice. Now this is a little bit nicer than vanilla Skyrim, don't you think? Alright, let me get us down the road a little quicker. Alright, here we are in Falkreath, Lake Ilanalta. And this is some of the dirt cliffs here. Again, lots of moss, a few small plants in there. Really nice work. A little bit of the beachfront. Let's see what this looks like in the opposite direction. I hope I can get these all lined up just right. I'm not sure I can, but they should be close enough. And I think I took a look at it from, was it up here? Nope. There was the clay, there it is. Okay, I think it was this way. These dirt cliffs are great. By the way, when you install this mod, you'll get an option for these dirt cliffs. There's a green option and a brown option depending on what grass mod you're using. So if you're using a grass mod that makes the grass in the Whiterun Tundra green, that obviously this is going to match up quite nicely. I don't have Tamrielic grass in right now. I just wanted us to be able to focus on the ground textures. This really looks authentic too, this moss that's in here. Let's see, I had another one, where was it? Wasn't down here, was it? Maybe it was. Well, this is a different type of dirt cliff. This is pretty common in the pine forest area, and this really looks realistic. It really looks realistic. That's a good one. But this is, you know, if you've ever actually been in a heavily forested area, this is what you see. Pine needles all over the ground. A few dead leaves and a few sticks and twigs. Alright, let's check out the stream down here. I'm really not trying to become a mod review channel. I keep doing mod review videos, but usually if it's a mod I really like or one that I think is very impactful, whether it's through gameplay, like I did the video with the stealth mods, I think if you're going to be playing stealthy, those mods are very impactful. Or something that's graphically impactful. I mean, look at the difference here between this and a vanilla Skyrim. It's night and day difference. And you can see the individual rocks in the ground. And this is different here. I don't have a side-by-side of this particular piece, but get another look at these rocks. Beautiful work. Alright, I think that's everything here. We're going to head over to the Reach. So I'll see you in a minute. Let's get a look at a dirt cliff here in the Reach. Kind of similar to the ones in Falkreath, but not quite the same. Really nicely done. Now take a look at this. Not bad. You'll notice here that the ground in between the stones here is a little bit different. It's got a little bit of moss in there. And I think this does change the roads a little bit too, because the stones look a little more worn down, which I guess you would expect. But the area between it's definitely got some moss in there. Alright, just outside of Markarth. And we got a mix of some dirt and again that kind of mossy area that we see on the roads between the stones. And speaking of dirt, let's go see what the farm looks like. There we go. Alright, there's a couple areas here in the reach that I want to look at up there. It's going to be a little tricky to get to. I hope I can find the exact same spots again. By the way, if you're wondering about FPS hit, I'm not getting any FPS hit at all. I've been solid 60 the whole time, and I don't think I had any kind of FPS hit before, even with a full load order. But what you will notice, if you're recording here, this spot right here, nice. Again, lots of moss. This looks a little bit greener. What you will notice is a bigger file size, but only if you're going to be recording. If you're just playing the game, the file size doesn't matter. But if you're going to be recording, whether it's just you're saving videos or like me, you're recording for content to upload, then you're going to notice the file sizes are going to be significantly larger. Just something to keep in mind. I mean, it doesn't really matter for YouTube, but it's going to be a problem with BitChute. Beautiful stuff. I mean, the difference between this and vanilla Skyrim is so stark. I don't know how you could not play with some type of ground texture mod after seeing this, and then it's just like, oh my god, what have I been doing all these years? Another flat top. This is interesting because you can see patches of stone in there. So yeah, the file sizes are going to be quite a bit bigger. That's just going to make your upload times a little bit longer. And I mentioned BitChute. Here's another one. This is really, really beautiful work. BitChute has a 2 GB upload limit. So if you're going to be recording content with mods that are graphically intensive, then you know you're going to exceed 2 GB, almost guaranteed. So, well, that's going to be a problem. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload Let's Play videos to BitChute. Before, what I was having to do was split them in half. I'd have to take videos that were already edited and already rendered, and then split them in half and render them again. So I had 2 parts that were under 2 GB, and believe me, that was a bigger pain in the ass than it sounds. Alright, let me get us to Morthal. Alright, we are just outside of Morthal, and I thought I would show this right here. This is kind of interesting, because we got snow in between the rocks, but not on top of the rocks. Now, if you're using a snow mod in conjunction with the texture mod like this. I guess it depends where you want to put it in the load order. So if you have that one overriding this one, then you might have snow on top of the rocks, but yeah, that's up to you. But this looks pretty good. And I think we have another view of the area in town. A little bit of snow and dirt mix. Man, I need to get some breakfast. My stomach's growling. I hope the microphone doesn't pick that up. You laugh, but it's pretty sensitive. It picks up vehicles outside all the time, but, you know, I got software to remove that. Of course, I could always eat. That would probably help. A little bit of Morthal dirt. These next few places are going to be a little bit tricky to find because everything out here looks, you know, samey. But this is where it gets very, very interesting. And I think I had something around here. But this is... I always find this to be really interesting because this clearly, to me, looks like mud and moss that's starting to freeze. Which, I mean, you know, considering where you are in Skyrim, that's, you know, you would expect that, right? I don't have the footprints mod installed. I need to get that. Let's see, I think I had a view in this direction. This is more of your normal dirt. Here goes some more of that frozen, marshy, muddy. I don't know what you call it. It looks good though, and it looks like it fits, you know. You see this and you think, yeah, I would expect to see that here. Yeah, kind of the same thing right here. Very well done. And I had one more somewhere. I think it was up on this hill. Yeah, something like this. Not sure it's the exact same spot, but hopefully it's close enough. And again, looks like we got some moss, some mud, a little bit of light frost. Great. Really nice stuff. Alright, I'm going to head up to the coast now. We're going to go see what the beach looks like. The sand out here is amazing. This is really, really well done. Look at this. Oh, that reminds me, another one of the options when you're installing this is you can have the beige colored sand, which is what I chose, and there's a gray option. I haven't seen the gray option yet, but this is the beige tone sand. But I mean, just look at all the ripples and stuff in it. It's absolutely fantastic. Your footprints, your footsteps sound different. I mean, does this not look like a beach or what? Fantastic. You pair this with Tamrielic grass and your game will never look the same again. And it's like I was saying, it's hard to go back. Let's see, I had another view. I think it was from here, but maybe not. Alright, there we go. Now you got that transition into the snow. It's such a well done mod. I'm telling you, if you put this mod in, you can't play without it, because if you switch it back to vanilla Skyrim, if you remove it, your eyes are going to bleed. You may get over it, but I'm thinking not. Alright, let's get to Whiterun Hold. Alright, Whiterun Hold. See, I think we had a view in this direction. Take a look at the streams right here. It's really impressive, all these pebbles and stuff. Pebbles and stuff. How very descriptive. Let's see, I think I was taking a look at, where is it? Where everything looks different now. Yeah, here we go. Dirt cliff. Lots of moss. Looks similar to the one in the Reach. And then this muddy area looks, very, very, very different. You can see even the ground texture here. Again, looks like moss, maybe lichen or something. Now imagine there being green grass out here. It would blend in so nicely. Now I have screenshots of a couple other places if I can find them. No guarantees. So you have a few options when you're installing this, if I didn't mention it before, as far as the dirt cliffs and the Whiterun Tundra. You have a green option, which is what I installed. That's the option I selected because, you know, I'm going to have green grass out here, so it will match very nicely. But there's also a brown option if you have a brown grass, or vanilla grass, or a brown grass mod. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find these places now. Well, that was one of them, I think. Boy, talk about looking the same. Come on, get up there. That's very nice. These dirt cliffs are really well done. And I think I looked at this one here as well. This one I thought might look a little bit different. And then we got to get some dirt. Some good old Whiterun dirt. Alright, one other thing to look at. Speaking of dirt, you can see you have a little bit of different ground texture here in the roads at Whiterun as well. Kind of like the Reach, but a little less green. Let's see what the dirt looks like here. Very nice. Alright, let's get to the Tundra. Not the tundra. We're in the tundra, the volcanic area, the hot springs. Alright, in the hot springs. Again, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find the exact same spots because it looks all looks pretty much the same out here. But I'll do my best. And I think we had a view in this direction. Not rain. Alright, let me fix this. This is going to mess up the video. Better. Nice. A lot more detail in the ground textures out here. Well, I mean, anywhere. Not just here. There's a lot more to see with this mod too. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to just go and look at everything the mod offers, because that would be an incredibly long video. So I encourage you, if you find this interesting, go ahead and download it, activate it. Well, install it, activate it, jump in your game, take a look at it, see what you think. Can't hurt to look at it. It's just a texture mod. It's not going to hurt anything. You don't have to worry about you know, messing up a save or anything. That's the nice thing about texture mods.
Go tell the commander. I'm sure
You can install them and remove them at will and not really have to worry about anything. I think I had one more view from this area somewhere. If I can find it. It was along the side of the road up here. Oh, we got the giant camp too. And then I think there was one more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it though. If not, it's not too big a deal. We've got a pretty good idea of what the ground textures look like out here. Has a little more of a volcanic look to it, I think. Well, I'm not going to worry about that other spot. It's not that big a deal. We got to get down to the rift, so give me a few seconds and see if I can get us there. Alright, in the rift. Lots of fallen leaves on the ground. You would expect that. Dirt looks pretty nice. I mean, you know, for dirt. I don't know what that means. Dirt looks nice. It looks realistic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I've ever actually seen nice looking dirt. Could be a thing though. Uh-oh, the shit I say sometimes. That's mighty fine looking dirt you got there, son. Nice. Very, very stark contrast to vanilla. I thought the dirt was darker here, though. With the other mod, I thought it was like a darker brown. Well, the leaves really look just like what's in the trees. At least the vanilla ones. These are the vanilla trees, by the way. Oof. You know what? I would say one thing. Even though Skyrim's old and the graphics are a little terrifying at times, I always felt the trees were pretty decent. I mean, there were other areas where the graphics were kind of, tough to look at. I'm trying to be nice. I'm thinking of the water. Beautiful, beautiful work. Really well done. And yeah, like I said, there are plenty of other areas that we could look at. There's a lot more to the mod than just this. I think it changes the appearance of the bridges too. We didn't even look at that. But again, if you find this mod interesting and you want to check it out for yourself, by all means, download it, install it, activate it. Pop in game, wander around, and look at it and see what you think. It'll be tough. I gotta warn you though, it'll be tough to go back to vanilla Skyrim afterwards. But it's definitely worth at least looking at. And oh wait, there is one more place we need to look at just down the road here. We'll get another shoreline look. But I was gonna say if you do look at and install it. Oh, these guys again? I saw them earlier on the way to Markarth. And if you do and you like it, be sure to give the mod author an endorsement. There are a lot of textures that have to be adjusted, and I mean when you're making a texture mod like this, because the dirt isn't the same everywhere, I don't think. But, we've seen different ground textures all over Skyrim already. So, it's a lot of work that goes into this. There we go. A little bit of shoreline in the rift. And with that, I think we will wrap it up here. Very nice mod. It will be impossible to go back to vanilla Skyrim after this. Just letting you know. Alright, that'll be it for now. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to do any more mod reviews. I mean, other than my own mods. But maybe. I don't know. I'm trying not to become a mod review channel because there's several that already do that and they're really good at it, so there's no point in reinventing the wheel. And I've got my own mods I'm working on. I've got the Let's Play. It's going to be starting up soon, and that keeps me pretty busy. But anyway, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you next time.